Hello, welcome to another review. Today we're taking a look at the last year's San Diego Comic-Con exclusive the 8-inch Classics Thundercats Lion-o figure from last year's San Diego Comic-Con. This is only one out of two San Diego Comic-Con exclusives I own, because I bought them at a booth stall last year at Auto Assembly. As you can see, Lion-o here is a very nicely done figure. I do not like, but there is a bit too much black wash used on the figure to pick out some of the joints. Hopefully in the camera you can pick out a lot of the different joint details here within the camera. But he looks phenomenal, he does look great as well, and he is one of my favourite Classics colours. But I still want to get the original standard release that the UK's got, because I want to swap the heads around. I don't know why, I just like the wash used on the face here, because it brings it out a little bit, but I like the whole non-metallic chest. So, I'm thinking about just swapping the heads around, so he has that nice black wash and dark face tone due to him fighting and getting dirty a lot against battles against the mutants and Mumra, but always end up just has a lesser tan, always ends up not getting tanned around his body. But he is a nice figure. He has got nice little details that I will pick out a little bit later. But you can see that he is phenomenal. We've got little details around the arms here of picking up the muscle biceps. The black wash helps out a little bit around down here as well. Also in the arms here we've got a little bit more dirt. Some darker dirt tones. I was thinking it would be like scuffs, marks and stuff like that, and a little bit of blood scuffs that seep through from the skin. I'll take that. And also he has got a lot of nice details. At the back here, there's a bit too much used here. Up here you can see a lot of details being picked out. Some parts on the arm ain't very noticeable unless you look on the sides here, but some of the arm details being picked up are a bit more blended in with it, where this is just like a full-on black like marker just being drawn around the details that picked up. If it was like a little dark like faded blue mixed with a little bit black on the back here, then it would have been looking a little bit more, because even down here it doesn't look nice on the back at all. Or definitely when it comes to the joints here all the way down to the legs, where the boots haven't got nothing like this. But we have got a lot of little details and everything. He is a very nice figure indeed, and why it's the point of me just showing you off this kind of figure when we could get into the little details of articulation here as well. So we're going to start off at the head here for the articulation bit, and it is literally really nice. It is on a neck, just like a similar jointed figures on Figure Arts. It can rotate on a ball joint on the head as well, and can go in and out by the actual head as well, and everything there. Shoulders can move and rotate all the way around, can go in and out movement, and it is a very solid in and out movement as well. It literally does bring up the figure just a little bit more. Rotation at the bicep as well, and it does bring it out a little bit, not a little bit more, but you can get him into some nice poses. Single 90 bend articulation bends. So that's a shame, because the 6-inch modern line figures include a double hinge elbow. That would have been nice here as well. Rotational wrists and in and out as well. I'll show off the swappable hands later on when we come to the accessories. Ab crunch and rotation here as well, and everything, so it has all that movement going on. The legs here are on like pin and sockets, so it can go in and out, rotate at the bicep. But to me it looks a little bit awkward just seeing the little bicep swivel here, just going in and just rotation when that's always at the front. So it would have been nice if they incorporated this be more on this joint here, and it worked the way around it, so this is always at the front and this always sits. I could argue, some people could argue about, well, that's always part of the body and blah blah blah. I don't care, but there is ways that I would have seen it worked or being worked around. We do end up getting double bent jointed knees. That's always good in a Thundercats figure like Classics. Yeah, so we got that. We got boot swivel, so that can rotate all the way around. Bend down and up like that, and has a little tilt, like a pin tilt there as well. Was kind of cool. So some of these details I didn't mention because of how far the camera was. I zoomed in at the moment. You can see this nice little coloration here with a nice little Thundercats logo that does bring out the figure quite a bit. And it is like I said, is one of my remarkable figures. Now, Lion-o does come with a lot of accessories. Definitely a lot of accessories. With the San Diego Comic-Con release last year of this guy, we did get a Sword of Omen's Cat's Lair, Sword of Omen's chamber holder that is in the show that he has when he's in the Cat's Lair. Have it always placed there. And you just build it up because it's made out of 4 pieces. The base, this section, and the claw shield section here. Details are really nice. As you can see, the details do show up a little bit more here and are really nice, and it does show up. So let's put that off to the side. It comes with a nice chromed Sword of Omens here. This is another thing that if I end up getting the normal release of this guy, my guy would always hold the chrome Sword of Omens due to I like the claw shield from this set and from the other set, but he will be always holding this one, then that rubber plastic that is really nice. But it's got really nice little details. I'll get more into the detail, well, now. Yeah, the detail on this is really nice. We've got nice little details here that you can see just by looking at it is there. We've got a nice detail on the guard here, very, very show accurate as well. Very nice. It really does look cool. We have got nice Thundercats logo here as well. That is really, really nicely done and dominant around the figure. Well, not on the figure, the sword. What I think is really, really cool. We also got the claw shield, like I mentioned before. And as you can see, the details on this guy is really, really remarkable. We got the red jewels on the knuckles here. The nice silver paint used on the claws here, and the detail here has some of that brown wash around it, but it works really well with this guy. Not with this guy, I mean with this accessory item. It works really, really well on it, and it does look phenomenal on it as well, and it doesn't ruin it as much as some of the detail on Lion-o does here. A mini Sword of Omens, closed with the Eye of Omens closed, and it is really, really awesome. The little dagger here as well is really cool. It has the same similar hilt, has the same similar handle as well, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous. You can get the claw shield, and there's a little slit here, and what you can do is you can put the sort of a dagger form Sword of Omens there, and it is there to show that it can be held there as well. Also, it comes with this little blue piece that you just peg here into the claw shield, and it will become a little ball joint. But you can see now that there's a little hole on Lion-o here. Just a little hole, just a little hole. You just want it, and then you can just peg this in the hole, and you can have it stored on the hole there. And have it displayed there, so it really does bring out a lot of effects and details. Also, he comes with an extra hand, a holding things hand. And what better way to use this holding things in hands by swapping the hands on Lion-o. So yeah, so time to swap hands, and all you do is just pull off this hand, so, and as you can notice, he has a similar ball joint and wrist system as an SH figure art. What I think is kind of interesting, that Bandai has got an SH figure arts release type joint here, so that's kind of cool. And like all SH figure arts, we just peg that in to do rotations, side to side movements and all that. Now that we swap the hands on Classics Lion-o, what better weapon for him to wield than the opened Sword of Omens, Eye of Omens, and long and extended sword. Mine feels a little bit bent. I don't know why, but it just feels bent, but it ain't. And what you can do here is you can just put it in his hand, and oh god. One reason why I hate figure art joints, they sometimes don't pop in when you want them to pop in. They sometimes end up not even making it look like you've got it in and it's not in. Yeah, but you can get him in all sorts of poses now. You can literally get him into any kind of pose. You can get him into a Thundercats Ho pose once you get the sword in right. You want to know something? Let's cut to photos. Yeah, so the San Diego Comic Con version of Classics Lion-o is a very, very nice release in my eyes, but it's going to be pricey now that it was last year's exclusive. So the prices for this guy will be sky high, should I say? And it's a really, really nice little figure. I say little figure when it's actually a big figure, but you know what I mean. But yeah, but if the 8-inch is still in stock in the UK and the US, even though the US has the 6-inch versions where the face is a bit more of a Rory face, and I don't like that look. I do like the smaller body sculpt, but I just wish they also include a separated head for the adult fans to just swap the heads to the version of non-roaring, because the Classics line is a very must figure, and I wish there was more figures of the Classics line being released. But as of yet, nobody knows what's happening to Thundercats. So yeah, so we ended up just getting Tigra, Mumra, and Lion-o pretty much released in this line. But it would be very nice to see other characters here. But if you can hunt down the retail version for a little bit cartoon accurate colours, then I would say hunt that one down. But if you don't mind some of the black wash, because I don't mind some of the black wash in the hair, because it's not very dominant, I don't mind it in the claw shield. But it's the rest of the figure that I don't like it on. But it looks really, really cool, and I do really, really like it as well. So at the same time, I do say try to hunt this one down if you want it. But at the same time, it's what you want. So this has been Jazzimus Rider, and I'll see you next time for another Transformers, Super Sentai, Garo, Kamen Rider, if I already said that, Thundercats reviews. So just a review at some point or another, and I'll see you then. Bye bye for now.